Dreams of cemetery. You probably have had a dream about a cemetery. What might have come to your mind? Is it death or something scary? Graves are scary places for some people, but you have no reason to be afraid because a cemetery dream does not necessarily mean death. We are going to help you find out why you had a cemetery dream and give you the interpretations of this dream. Why are you dreaming about a cemetery? There are reasons why you are having this dream, and they are as follows. You are worried about the future. No one knows about what the future holds, and this might be keeping you in a worry mood. You might be stressing about your job or having uncertainties about your marriage. You are not sure of how things are going to turn out in the future. A phase in your life is coming to an end. Cemeteries are sometimes associated with things that are coming to an end. You are having this dream because something in your life is coming to an end. Might be your relationship or something else you regard in your life. You are appreciating your achievements. Life is a journey, and everybody has got his or her own route to follow. Some aspects about your life could have made a great change that needs to be appreciated and honored. You might be realizing how you handle situations maturely compared to the past where you were not mature enough, or starting to develop honesty, patience, and other virtues. You have buried the past. Cemeteries are where dead things are buried. Having a cemetery dream is associated to burying things of the past. It symbolizes that you have buried memories and feelings that you might have had in your past, and now you have started moving on. Peace. The dead do not have feelings. They know nothing, and therefore they have nothing to worry about. It is peaceful when you have nothing to worry about. There is no place that is quiet as a cemetery. This quietness comes with peace. This dream means that you have nothing that is worrying you, which tells that you are enjoying peace. You have memories of a loved one. Someone close to you might have died, and memories of them keep on coming to your mind. Having this dream could simply mean that you are actually remembering a loved one. You might have attended a funeral or heard about someone's death, and this dream could be provoked by such an event. Common scenarios of cemetery dreams. Dreams about cemeteries come in different forms as outlined below. Dream about walking through a cemetery with feelings of despair and sadness. If you have a dream about walking through a cemetery and you were feeling empty and sad, then it could mean that you have made wrong choices in your life. You may have decided to get married forcefully without your parents' consent, or you may have decided to quit school. Such choices are bound to ruin your life. Perhaps you could think about making the right decisions to avoid problems in the future. Dream about feeling at peace when walking through a cemetery. It is a good sign when you have this dream. The dream is an indication of positive changes that are going to be manifested in your life. It could be that car you have been dreaming to have, that house you have always wanted to buy, or a better job offer. When you have such a dream, you should be happy because your life is going to make an impressive improvement. Dream of relocating someone's grave in a cemetery. When you see yourself trying to find out where a particular person was buried in a cemetery, that dream could imply that you are going to have relocations in your life that are fortunate. You may be going to relocate to a house with better living conditions, finally getting that travel visa, or even moving to a better school if you are a student. These are life-changing opportunities, and therefore they should make you happy. Dream of walking through a cemetery. It might be a warning if you see yourself just walking through a cemetery. You may be confused about something and also trying to believe something you doubt to be the truth. You are simply trying to find solutions to the doubts you have. Never give up about finding answers to everything you need to know. Dream about a cemetery that is bushy. To dream about a cemetery that has been left in bushes indicates that you feel neglected by people you consider to be your loved ones, and now strangers are the only people around you. You might have felt alone when no one wished you a happy birthday, or you were admitted in hospital and no one bothered to visit. Your feelings of neglect and abandonment may have brought about this dream. Dream of being buried in a cemetery. If you dream about being buried in a cemetery, then it means that you have the desire to find out more about death and the dying process. You have always heard about life after death, and you are not sure whether you will make it to eternity or not. You doubt your spiritual life. The only thing a believer in life after death can do is to make amendments and repent so as to be sure of life after death. So should you. Dream about passing by a cemetery. Dreaming about passing by a cemetery implies that you feel like events in your life are passing by too quickly. You feel that you do not have enough time to do all the things you have ever wished to do before you go out of this world. Time has been given equally to everybody. Make use of this time and do all you desire, because in death you will have nothing to do. Dream about wandering in a cemetery. To dream about wandering through a cemetery means that you feel lost about your spirituality. You do not know what to believe, and this is making you to have a war in your subconscious mind. If you are actually going through this, summon yourself and decide on what to believe in. This will help you in finding the best spiritual path you could follow. Dream about attending a funeral in a cemetery. Dreaming about attending a funeral in a cemetery could mean that there is an end to something that has been going on in your life. It could be a relationship with anything, or it could also be an end to your job. This dream could also mean that you have decided to run away from your bad memories and emotions, and burying them is the best you could do. Dream about walking through a cemetery in winter. When you dream about walking through a cemetery in winter, it implies that a time of suffering is coming. You are going to have a lot of difficulties, and these tribulations will make you lose hope. The problems may be about your finances, health, and even family. There must be something positive in every hard circumstance you undergo. So, do not give up, because your current problems will help you know how to deal with future problems. Dream about picking up flowers in a cemetery. It is a good sign when you dream about picking flowers in a cemetery. It could mean that your health problems are coming to an end, you are going to form real and honest friendships, and having a family is going to be one of the best decisions you ever made. Things may not have been well on your side, but having this dream should put a smile on you, because everything is now going to fall into place. Dream about living in a cemetery. To dream about living in a cemetery means that there are a lot of things in your past that you have refused to let go. You fully rely on your past. One thing you have to know is that you cannot move to the next chapter in your life if you keep going back to the past. Let go your past and learn to take one day at a time. It is important to note that the interpretation of a dream about cemeteries will vary from one person to another, because we have different feelings about cemeteries and our beliefs about death and cemeteries are not the same. There are people who have feelings related to cemeteries while others do not. Others respect cemeteries, others have a phobia, and others do not simply have anything to do with cemeteries. Be keen about how you feel in dreams about cemeteries so as to come up with the best interpretation.